Right, welcome back to the channel. So, firstly, hello, Konig. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good. Right, so
Okay.
what's up just now? We're just about to go into our Masters picks, but we thought we may as well jump on a Zoom call quickly as Konig's in South Africa. And yeah, it's going to be like 10-15 minutes, just go over who we picked. Because I'm like yet to pick. Have you got a rough idea at the moment, or have you already bet?
I've put a couple of bets down, and I've had probably 10 to 15 different people who don't speak to me all year, and then they message me 4 times during the year during the majors to ask who I should bet on. And like, I think because everyone's in lockdown and the Masters is on, everyone's like even more into it at the moment.
Are you going all in before play? Because you've got to make the most of the top 11, haven't you?
Yeah. I've done a few, but before that, Rory's in a press conference. Have you seen his lid?
No.
Mate, it's the same as Flowers, because he's got quite a similar kind. He's got quite a similar kind of
head.
His hair's quite thick, like Flowers, that kind of coarse style.
What is he live
Yeah,
thing at the moment?
Well, my old man just said, "Have you seen Rory's lid?" So I've just checked it out, and it's pretty septic, to be honest.
First thing I wanted to talk about firstly, right, was what's the conditions like out there? Because I heard that it's a bit wetter at the moment. I've heard that for a few people. So do you know about what the conditions are like, or how it's playing at the moment?
I mean, they spoke to Tiger, and he said it was tough. Really, really tough. No, sorry, I just had to say that.
Said it's long, didn't he?
No, yeah, he'll be playing long. It is a long golf course. The fairways don't run that much as they used to. So this time of year, it's a little bit colder, but the weather's going to be pretty good this week from what I've seen. So, yeah, it's going to suit people who hit it high and far through the air, like every golf tournament seems to these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, like historically, the most important people think like at Augusta, you've got to have a great short game, or you've got to be able to be a great putter. That's actually not right at all. If you look at some of the champions in the last 10 years, Adam Scott, Sergio Garcia, Bubba Watson, like they're not great putters, especially like short putters. Like they all like hit very dying paces. So like the most important statistic generally at Augusta is like strokes gained approach into the greens.
Yeah, so you've got to find specific spots in the greens, haven't you? And if you can't do that, then you're just giving shots away.
And then at Augusta, once you hit good approach shots, obviously the ball gathers a lot of the time, so you really get rewarded for good approach shots because you can hit it to within inside 5 foot a lot around Augusta. But then when you miss the target, then you're really struggling if you're short-sided or chipping down a slope or putting around a slope or whatever. So yeah, I'd be looking at someone whose iron plays really solid.
Okay, so I think I'm having a look at Skybet now. Just having a look at the prices. Bryson
Justin Rose
7. Bryson is 7, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't go near it. He's on the range now, testing out a 48-inch driver. So
the thing is with Bryson, he does get his driver in play, and if he continues to get his driver in play, hitting it as far as he does, leaving himself wedges, then you can find the right parts of the greens.
Yeah, no, I definitely think he'll come top 11.
Go on then.
I just don't see value in 7 to 1. I don't see value in 7 to 1, and I don't think he's going to win. So
yeah, there's not much.
You got to put in quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, so I usually just try and find a few each way guys that are around like between 40 and 100 that I know.
Mate, Justin Rose at 50 to 1 is value.
Yes. Lee Westwood at 80.
Yeah.
We're a top 11.
Yeah. So I've done Rosie at 50. I got him. Tyrrell Hatton at 20. Yeah, Tyrrell Hatton at 25 to 1. he's playing really good. I think his last 4 results have been top 10.
Yeah.
Tyrrell hits it like super solid, like very consistent shape, good iron player.
Yeah. Solid, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think John Rahm I think John Rahm or Justin Rose are going to win.
Dear. What's Ram? Must be quite low. 9.
Probably like 9s, yeah.
Have you got Ram?
No, I've not bet on anyone under. I won't bet on anyone less than 15 to 1.
You don't fancy Tiger 35?
No.
His form's not
No.
Great at the moment, is it? But what was his form like coming into last year's Masters?
Like good. He'd had some good results. That's right. He'd had some good results, like he'd beaten Rory in the WGC match play, which he said gave him like a lot of confidence. Although he wasn't like knocking the house down, he'd won like the Tour Championship. So he'd won golf tournaments like within a few months. So, but he's not really done anything in like a while.
The other name's Cameron Champ, 55.
Yeah, but
very good, but like very inconsistent at the same time. He hits it quite flat.
I was going to say, yeah, he hits driver quite flat, but I think if you're going to do like a couple of bets before the start of play, I think you should back about a 20 to 25 to 1. Someone like Hatton, Cantley, Finau, Fleetwood, and then maybe someone in the 50 to 80 zone, like Westwood, Rose, and then go for like a real outsider.
Usually what I do. That's usually what I do. Okay. I'm just going to have a look through and just quickly pick like 3 bets. So in that exact format.
Henrik Stenson's 175 to 1.
Mate, I know. I put a bet on Stenson like 6 months prior to the last major, when Augusta was meant to be in April.
Oh, really?
And then it's just being put back this whole time. I think I got like half of the odds back then. And he's just got
right. Yeah.
Right. I've got to go for Hatton at 22, just because he is on form at the moment. He's just goes every time he plays, it looks like he's going to get himself in contention at the moment. So you can't bet against him. I kind of want to have a go on Matt Wolff, but he's only 33. I know it's his first time Augusta, which is massive, isn't it? And
apparently, historically, they will say no one does that well first time.
But then he's the type of guy that would just go against that completely and go out and win.
Yeah.
That type of guy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put Wolff as a maybe in that area. I do like Cameron. I just like Cameron Champ and I like watching him play, so it's more like a fan.
Yeah.
Slingshot. 60. Mate, I've got to go Westwood at 80, just because I feel like he could be a top 11.
Yeah.
And that's.
I think Xander Schauffele is going to have a good week. He's a good iron player.
Who?
Schauffele. He's a good iron player.
Schauffele, yeah.
He'll be like 14, 12, 14, 16.
Mickelson's a funny one, isn't he, this year? Because he's like won both the senior tour events he's played in and then gone out on the PGA Tour and shot like 12 over. Just really odd.
Yeah.
And then it's got to be one.
He might need his hellacious seed.
He won't need that this week, will he? Right, one more. So how outside do you go for your outside bet? Like what kind of price are you going for?
I think it depends more on the player. Like Henrik Stenson's never been 175 to 1 player, but he must be playing. He is playing so bad. he doesn't drive the ball that well. But that's got to be worth like a couple of quid each way. 175.
Big, innit?
There's someone else who's like 120 that my friend mentioned, who's pretty handy.
I'm just looking.
I'm not looking.
Slightly outside of that.
Matt Wallace. Matt Wallace or Eric Van Rooyen. One of those two is due like a top 10 in a major.
Eric Van Rooyen is 125. Yeah, they're both 125 actually.
Yeah. Well, one of those two will, I think, they're both good enough. Maybe Matt Wallace. Matt Wallace is good enough for a top 11.
Does Eric Van Rooyen, does he get it out there a long way?
Yep.
He does. I think he's the guy that's on you. Tour the other week.
I played with a lad today, right? We teed off at 7:20 in the morning. And there's a bunker at 365 yards. Yeah. 365. So it's 7:20, 0 wind, cold, obviously. And he hit it 5 yards past it. Mate, the boys out here hit it so far.
Really?
Like, yeah. Big South African lads.
Big genetic freaks, aren't they, out there?
Yeah, like just quick, strong. Yeah.
How'd you play today?
I had a shocker today. No good at all. Really, really bad finish. I got into a bit of a dispute with my caddy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened?
So I've known him for ages, and I've had him caddy for me before. He's called Colin.
I remember you told me.
So on Monday, he turned up only half an hour before my tea time, and he had like a scratch down his face and like a bit of a hole there. And I was like, "What is that?" He looked awful, and he said girls had been fighting over him. I didn't believe him. Anyway, finished my round, had quite a good day, and then he was like, "Bro, I got really drunk last night. Someone bottled me." I was like, "Wow, Colin." All right. Played the second round, had another good second round. Obviously, he didn't go out after the first round because he was still hungover. So, he was fine the second round, a bit more chirpy. This morning, I'm on the range by myself. He's still not arrived. Warming up. Then one of the other caddies comes over and is like, Harry, Colin's stuck. His bus won't take him to the golf course. And I was like, he needs to get an Uber. So Colin got an Uber. Got an Uber to the course. Yeah, I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, he's just like let me down way too many times. And then because I was faffing around, and then I had to go to the gate to get him because the people at the golf course wouldn't let me in because they didn't realise he was caddy. And then I forgot to eat breakfast because I was faffing around with him. Then I had to go to the putting green. Was in a bad mood, and yeah, just
no idea, was it?
Yeah, but I still should have done better. But there we go.
In there,
I can rap.
Steve Sorry is telling me there's quite a few characters that caddy.
Colin caddied for Steve last week.
That's
who Steve had. Yeah, that's who Steve had last week.
Maybe it's Steve that's got that name before then.
No, it would have been me, or it would have been both of us, yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. Some of them are right characters.
That is funny.
But
right,
yeah.
So going back there's a few outside bets. So Charles Howard's 200. And he hasn't done anything in however long. But yeah, I'm not even going to make a case of that. Actually, there's no point.
No, yeah, just stop.
Leishman 175. He's not really a major tender, but he's
no, definitely. Leishman's good. Yeah, he was in the penultimate group in 2017, I want to say, or 2016 with Bubba Watson going into the final round. Okay.
Right, well, in that case, I might just add one more to this to make it I've got to put money on Champ as well, just because I want to follow him. So I've got Hatton 22, Westwood at 80, Champ at I think it's 55, and Leishman at 175. Who have you got?
So far I've done Hatton at 22s, Justin Rose at 50 or 55s. Can't remember what I got him at. And then I'm gonna add a couple more. I'll most likely do Wallace, and then I'll do a favourite. So probably Schauffele or Rahm.
A bet like a singles bet.
I'll do all each way. They'll all be each ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after like round 2, round 3, it's usually if you haven't got many guys contenders, usually put a few more on.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Or if I get really bored, you know, when it's like hole by hole and it's like 2-1 for Dustin Johnson to hit the fairway on the 8th.
That's when you know you've got a problem, right?
Yeah. Well, match betting's pretty good. My friend is a big gambler. Well, like at each round he'll just put quite a bit of money on a match bet, so a 1-on-1. So Rory to beat his playing partner, and then he'll do 4 over the 4 days. So that's quite good fun.
I might try that actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good fun, and you can normally get quite good odds on some people.
Yeah, because you usually get like one of the top guys who's not really in form as like still favourite in the group.
Definitely. Yeah.
Those kind of bets. All right. Well, yeah, I might have a look at those tomorrow, but that's it for now. I might be joining you in South Africa very shortly.
When do you find out?
I think it's almost guaranteed. I've got to get a COVID safe to fly test on Friday at Bristol, and then I will literally be just going to the airport regardless, trying to present either the document that I've got from the government or they got the document from the European Tour, and just seeing.
So what I did was I just had as many documents as possible. So just be like super confident, say you're there for work, try and print out proof of address.
Yeah.
To show where you're staying.
Yeah.
And have some kind of document to show that you're caddying in the European Tour, maybe like Steve's name.
I've got a document like written from the European Tour with my name signed on it, saying
that's sweet.
I'm going to be out there caddying. So the guys don't know that what I'm doing out there yet. So if you are still watching at this point, I'm going out to caddy for Steve Sorry for 3 weeks on the European Tour, and I'm going to be documenting it for you lot as well. So should get some good content. They've got a practice round in one of the events lined up with Pepperell. So Steve's playing with Pepperell and Cantor.
That'll be good.
That'd be class.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a go. Are you bringing your clubs or not?
No, I'm not going to bother, mate. But if we can get a game at some point, I'll just use yours. Pretty much same specs.
Yeah. We'll definitely get a game, mate, and go for some nice cheap steaks.
Okay. Sounds good.
Keen. All right, I've got to go for dinner.
All right.
For a steak.
There, hopefully, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, mate.